Hey guys, it's gonna be a little different today's episode. This is actually Future Ryan. And don't worry, future Ryan will still be making comments on the screen to what I say. But for this episode and next episode, the audio got corrupted. And by corrupted, I mean it didn't fucking record my voice. Don't know how that happened, but here we are. So for 6 and 7, I figured out what happened, by the way. It was some bullshit with my program. But I'm going to have to do some post-commentary. So what we're doing right now is we are going to be doing a grinding montage. Which is why Pride is going in the PC for now, because we're going to be leveling up Hunter and Gamma, E102, for the time being to get those two in fighting shape for the next gym. Well, Ninkada is not going to, or well, Ninjas won't really be of help, but first we're going to be going inside the trick room and doing that. There is me, or past me, trying to show off that we're going to be leveling up those two, but we're not going to be doing the whole reading bit today. Once you enter the Trick Master's room, you gotta look out for that little gleam, and once you find the little gleam, you go up to his little hideout, you reveal him, he'll talk to you for a bit, and then you go into the scroll, and then you have to do a series of quote-unquote puzzles, where you have to use a HM of any kind to, or whatever the gimmick is, to traverse his area, and then go into the back and get the prize. I believe the first prize is a rare candy. I'm not sure what the other prizes are off the top of my head. We'll put them up on screen. Thank you, Future Ryan. Future Ryan. This is kind of weird for me, having to pretty much rewatch the entire episode and edit it halfway through. But that's where we're at. So from here on, we're going to do a quick grinding montage through this area until both of them have evolved. I'm really sorry you're not going to get my reactions to like what their evolutions look like in real time, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is, unfortunately. Again, I'm really sorry. But yeah, I'll see you guys after the grinding montage. Alright, we're back again. I apologize so greatly. Like, this sucks, but we're gonna muddle through it. So, after we've done our little grinding montage and we have seen our new Pokemon, I'm guessing that's where I was supposed to cut back to. We move forward with our two new teammates. I was shocked as all hell when our Ninjask knew fucking Aeroblast as its an attack it learned from Level Up. That was just weird and surprising and was awesome. It's such a good addition to the team. I love both their designs. But you can't hear it. Well, obviously you can only hear me. But I've been deciding and muddling over this entire episode, like whether or not we should keep Pride on the team. My reasoning for this is Gengar is, while it's still a really good Pokemon in 3rd gen, and one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I love Ghost types. Everyone here knows I love Ghost types. And the fact that we found Pride when we did was awesome. But it would be better if we found Gengar and used it in a later gen where it can actually use its stabs to its advantage. Because Gengar's attack stat is literal garbage. And it's a special attacking Pokemon, and both its stabs are physical. For some reason, they put Ghost and Poison on the physical side. We've gone over this. So, it has come to my attention that I'm pretty much... anything Gengar could do, I'm going to be using other teammates for. Plus, looking at our team now, we don't really need the Ghost type for much. We already have a bug type and a flying type to deal with fighting types and psychic types, and it doesn't really do much for us otherwise. Plus we desperately are going to need a water type for later in the game, and I'm still trying to muddle over whether or not I should bring out Squirtle and do that, but that's for later on. I don't know if it's in this episode or next episode, but I do eventually put Pride in the PC, and we do find a teammate for it. But just wanted to let you know what's going on in my head. Right here is the time where we first see Voltorb, and you can't hear it right now, but I'm invisible, or audible disgust rather. That is the worst design in Moemon. Hands down, from all the Pokemon I've seen so far, Voltorb has the worst design. I can't make heads or tails of what I'm looking at. Is it like supposed to be riding its hair, or is it like... oh, we finally got a move to get rid of confusion. We got Hyper Voice, which is a physical move in this generation because there is no physical special split in the moves yet, and normal is strictly physical attack. So we finally got a full physical moveset on Mako, which is really nice. We have the extreme speed for priority, and we have Hyper Voice for just neutral damage if we need it, if something resists fighting. Like if we're forced to go up against a bug or a poison type, we have something that can really do something now. But that was a quick and easy fight. Like I said, I'm not going to bore you guys with me reading through all these people's fucking voices. I remember yelling like I didn't want this motherfucker. Oh yeah, that's right, we found a Soul Dew, which would be nice if we actually used legendaries in these runs. I mean, leave a comment. Do you think we should allow legendaries to be used on the team? Oh, we found Charmander, but I had Poison Point, so I said fuck that noise, I'm not touching that, and ran away. But I'm usually against using legendaries in runs because it makes it feel too easy. Like, especially in randomizers, because we're only on the 3rd gen. If I were to have run into fucking Celebi on this route, if I fully randomized it and just didn't do what I normally do and swap it with same strength Pokemon, then we would have been rinsing through gyms. Imagine finding like fucking Ho-Oh on Route 1 and actually getting a lucky catch on it. The rest of the game is now cake. You have Ho-Oh. You get something to get through Roxanne, Brawly's not going to stand a fucking chance. You're going to Sacred Fire everything. So it didn't really make sense to me, but if you guys want, just fucking leave an argument. Like, convince me. If y'all want to actually see, like, legendary Pokemon besides our battles of, like, catching them, by the way, this one's going to be a lot different since we're going to actually be trying our ass off at catching multiple legendaries this game. I might as well announce this now, since this is a ROM, there's no really going around this, it's Moemon. I'm going to action replay in the event codes so that we can do all the different events that would be otherwise locked out of us, because, well, this game was released almost 20 fucking years ago. 15? Actually, yeah, it's been 15 years. This game is 15 years old. That's wild to think about. But, yeah, we're going to be seeing every event in the game. I wanted that to be known from the jump. I didn't remember if I said that in episode 1 or 2. Probably did. But it's always good to reiterate fucking 5 episodes in. Like, yeah, that's gonna happen. Don't worry. We'll be seeing everyone. Yes, I do believe it is next episode that I do put Pride in the PC permanently. That's a lot of alliteration right there. But we're going to go and meet Wally in front. Oh no, we're going to go get our bike. Let me explain the bikes. While we just do some talking, I should have grabbed some water for this. How bikes work in this game are different than the previous 2 games, which would be the Gold, Silver, Crystal, and Red, Blue, and Yellow games. There's 2 separate bikes, and from here on, all bikes are merged together. Like, they always have these same 2 functionalities, but they never worked quite like Hoenns. I forgot the fucking game I was in. I almost said Sinnoh. For Hoenn, there's 2 different bikes. There's Mach and there's Acro. Acro bike, Ryan. Acro bike allows you to do bunny hops and wheelies and stuff, and allows you to traverse, like, tight ropes and stuff like that. But Mach bike is actively necessary for completing the game. You cannot make it through later sections of the game that are story necessary without the Mach bike, which was always confusing to me. Like, oh, what if I just wanted to use the Acro bike through this entire game? You can't. You genuinely can't. So I chose the Mach bike just because it's going to be necessary. This guy over here, he's supposed to teach you rollout, but he instead taught Frenzy Plant, which I lost my shit at and was like, oh fuck yes please, and immediately taught it to Autumn. So she's going to be having a beautiful Frenzy Plant. Ooh, I dropped my pen because I was making notes for the next episode. Thank you. This is highly professional, but it's also kind of impromptu. It's also why it's been taking a while to edit this shit, because I was a wee bit disheartened. I had episode 5, 6, 7 recorded, and episode 5 went without a hitch. I stopped in between recording 5 and 6 to go grab a bite to eat real quick, take care of my dogs, and when I came back, I recorded those 2 episodes. I felt good about it. They felt like fun episodes, and I edited all of 5 the other day, and I was like, alright, sweet, got 5 done, let's go do the other 2. Shouldn't take too long, it's only been an hour. Let's finish this up, it's my day off. And then there was 0 audio on either one of them besides the game audio, and I didn't know what to do. Alright, so here we have Ralts. This is our first time battling Wally, actually, and our second time meeting him, and he's dead. That's all there is to it. I have never seen that Ralts live past 1 hit. Never. Like, ever. I don't... it's a Ralts. That's pretty much all there is to it. Ralts is super frail, super weak, and easily put down. Plus it has forecast in this game. And this is him telling us to meet him over in Verdant Turf and be like, hey, Wally's gonna be over there for a while if you want to come visit him. And that's also kind of like leading you towards Verdant Turf Town, because you have to go over there. And then there's Scott. I'm not gonna read his thing. It's just him that he was just stalking us, watching our fucking match like a creepy old bastard that he is. And it's just like, I always got weirded out by Scott, but I always knew why they included him, because he was the pretty much showing off the Battle Frontier that was new to this game specifically. But it is what it is. And I think this is me remarking about how creepy Scott is, and I'm like, you know what, let's give one of the gym trainers a shot, see what our level difference is, and whether or not we should go in right now and just fight, what's his name, Watson. We did okay, but the gym trainers were pretty much like a level or two under or over, I think it's under. Where our level, yeah, they were only like a level below our main team, and that's, I know they were only like 3 levels. So that to me was just like, Watson's gonna be a higher level than us. We're probably gonna get have a hard time if we don't play this correctly. We should probably go and fight all the gym trainers to the left. Fun fact, while I was fucking around in between episodes, there's Torchic on that route to the left of us. Torchic is adorable. When I go to record episode 8, I will show off the dex entries for the Pokemon I saw in between episodes. They are super fucking cute. I saw, I believe, Torchic and Persian, and I love their sprites. Persian looks adorable, although a little, what's the word? It looks like it's trying to seduce someone, and I'm not about that life. I ain't no furry. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but y'all do you. This is just a standard battle. It's just us wailing on them. Fucking, what else is new? We're just spamming our strong attacks. But the fact that, oh, nice critical hit. The fact that they were this level, I was just like, all right, after this battle, we're gonna go to the left. We're gonna go to Verdant Turf Town and see what we can find from there, because I know there's a move tutor over there. I know there's some items on the left, and I didn't ever explain this or show it off in the actual episode. I just walked past the daycare like 6 times, and I fucking hate full coach design. I never once went into detail about what the daycare was, what it could do. It was just like, it didn't even occur to me, like, I should probably say something about that, shouldn't I? But, yeah. Very interesting, very weird mechanic is the daycare. Like, well, not weird, but it's just like, I guess it was a natural progression of raising animals, that, like, breeding exists in, like, normal world stuff. But it's just like, you're teaching kids to make animals have sex. Like, y'all do you. But that was a little weird flex for me. Yeah, I was looking at the team, like, Watson's highest level is like 24. We're not too under-leveled, but I'd like us to be like a level or 2 higher, especially Iblis, because we don't really have a ground type or a rock type or anything that can really take on the electric types in the gym, so we're gonna have to go hard. This is where I was deciding whether or not I wanted to get rid of Pride. Like, I was very much contemplating it, because I'm like, you know what, we don't know what's in that grass to the left. Let's do, yeah, it was this episode that I permanently boxed Pride. Like, I was giving the same reasoning I did earlier. I'm hoping we run into a Ghastly again in one of the future series. It's gonna be a while before we come back to Pokemon, so who knows? Maybe we'll find a Ghastly. Maybe we'll find another ghost type that I love. But Pride put in some good work, good time. It had some good ass moves, and it got us through Brawly's gym super well. Couldn't have asked for anything more. Like, it came to us at the right time, and he did a lot of work, but it was time to put him in the box, and as unfortunate as it is, that it is what it is. It's just how I feel. It sucks. I don't want to do it, because I love Gengar, like I said, but it's just, that's not what we needed on the team. And I was looking at our squad, and I'm like, Bowser's the only one that we could really use. By the way, Bowser knows fucking Jump Kick of all things. Because I started training it, and I'm like, this is going to take forever. It's level 9, and we need this thing to be like level 25. So I was like, fuck that noise, we're not going to do that. Still don't like Meditite's design. It feels like they could have done a little more with it, with the hat at least. Like I said, we're just going to go through the grass for a couple seconds and look for any kind of encounters. There's not going to be too much Future Ryan in this episode because I'm Future Ryan now that I think about it. Hoppip, so-so. It's average. It's an average design. Like, I didn't find it overly cute or like overly like ugly like Voltorb. It had Poison Point. I forgot about that. Like, that's really worthless on that because fucking Hoppip's not gonna take a hit. It's just gonna go down in one hit. God. Like, this is a great route to train on, by the way, especially with Match Call. Corefish's design is perfect to me. It is adorable. That one I love. And I had to fight myself for a solid, like, 6 minutes going back and forth when I was trying to find a good water type. Like, should I use Corefish? But we already have a dark type. Do we want to add another fighting and bug type weakness to the team? Like, I know we have Iblis to deal with the fighting types, but we don't really have anything to deal with, what's it called? The fighting types besides the our Ninjask. It was very hard decision to make, but it was worth it in the end. I didn't go for it, and I ended up finding something that could be good. It depends. Like, it's not a permanent team member yet. You'll see what I mean. I believe it's next episode that we see that team member. Yes, it's next episode that we see that team member, I believe. Is it? Hold on. Scroll. Oh, I can't scroll ahead. All right, Windows. All right. Just gonna scroll ahead and see if it is this episode. I kind of feel like it is the very end of this episode that we meet that team member, but maybe it's the end of this episode, beginning of the next episode, sometime in between there. But we're gonna be meeting a new team member again, not a permanent team member yet, because again, it's gonna be very tentative. Aaron's design, y'all know I adore it. Look at it, that's cute. I can't wait to see what Aggron's. If we did not find Beldum and have the chance at a Metagross, your boy definitely would have grabbed an Aggron. Because I have found a couple Aeron in the wild. Would love to. Oh my god, I would absolutely adore it. If Poochyena was better, I 100% would have put that on the team too. Like, if this was a later generation where it can like have better egg moves and shit, oh, hard yes. Like, if this was Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, and Moemon, oh my god, first off, that would be amazing. Second off, your boy would have done the little tiptoe and looked for a Poochyena with a good egg move, like Play Rough or fucking one of the good elemental fangs, and just had a field day with it. One day we'll get rid of, one day we'll get rid of Weather turn it into Elmer Fudd. Last Queen Rabbit. That was a horrible impression. I also did it on the fly. I don't really care. Why did you leave a dark type in front of a dark type? Oh, it's because I knew I was going to nuke it with Frenzy Plant. I really don't like the animation for Frenzy Plant. It's never really been good. Like, it doesn't ever portray, like, a vicious thing of roots just, like, attacking someone in the games like they showed in the anime. Like, I remember Paul using Frenzy Plant with his Torchic. Oh, there is Torchic. I didn't know if I saw it in the episode or not. If we did not have Iblis, Heartbeat. Oh, wait, no, we used it in the last, playthrough. I would have loved to see what Blaziken looks like. That's the other thing. Definitely, bonus episode, we are going to be looking at the entire decks, for sure. Because I want to see what all these look like in action. I'll just, since we're already going to be using Action Replay to put in event stuff, I'll just hack in that we have the full decks. Whatever, doesn't really matter. Like, it'll just be for a bonus episode, and we'll never touch the save file again. Again, here's me, like, contemplating, like me trying to rationalize, don't do it. We already have a dark type. We shouldn't do it. I want more diversity on the team as much as possible. I feel like people enjoy seeing diverse teams more than they. Ooh, Focus Band. That's a good item. I feel like people, like, at least I do, whenever I used to watch Pokemon content. I haven't watched a lot of Pokemon content in a few years because of certain incidents that happened. in the Pokemon community. We're not going to go into that. Not my place to go into that, but it is what it is. But I haven't watched a lot of Pokemon content as of lately, but I always wanted to make Pokemon content of my own, and whenever I saw that kind of content, I always wanted more diversity in the teams. Like, you want to see different types and different Pokemon, or Pokemon that aren't used very often, and I wanted to show that off. Like, you want to see, like, some wild stuff, and I feel like Ninjask kind of fits that role on our team. Like, you don't really see anyone running Ninjask in Let's Plays or fucking playthroughs of games ever. Like, you don't really see that kind of shit. Like, the rest of our team, kind of standard. You don't see Shift Tree as often. But you definitely see Metagross if anyone can help it, because Metagross is a fucking boss. Like, it's Metagross. We all can agree upon that. It's a monster. It's one of the best Pokemon that ever come out of Gen 3, and one of the just better Pokemon. Like, overall, it's Metagross. Everyone knows Metagross' name. It's stayed relevant throughout all these years after its release. It's a god. A god. I don't know where the fuck that came from. But, Hariyama, too, like, I myself, I've raised maybe, like, 2 Hariyama in my life. Three that I can think of off the top of my head. There was the one in XD Gale Darkness, or no, it was Coliseum. The one in Coliseum, but I threw that in the box, so I'm not going to count that really. There's the one in my original playthroughs of Ruby, which eventually became part of my national dex. Y'all know the whole story about from Fire Red, where I did the whole national dex, found a shiny Mewtwo, and all that bullshit. But yeah, I obviously had to raise a Hariyama for that. And one on just a personal playthrough. So this is the first time I've raised Hariyama in, God, I want to say like almost 6 years. So I don't remember shit about Hariyama. So we got some Pokemon that I normally wouldn't raise. Good like variety. I don't want to use Pokemon I raise all the fucking time. Like that kind of felt like what Fire Red was. Like, we had 3 starter Pokemon, a Raichu, and a Slacking and a Jinx. Like, Slacking and Jinx, yes, those aren't often used, but, oh, this is Wally's house, by the way. You don't really get anything from going in here. You talk to Wally, and he's like, I want to be a good trainer, too. Alright. And I went to go talk to his uncle, and he's just like, Wally's over there. They never really explain what's wrong with Wally either, by the way. They just said he's like a frail kid. I always just reckoned that he just had a frail constitution, and he just grew up kind of shrimpy and kind of sickly, so he's finally getting confidence. They explore this a lot better in Oros by giving him like that big rival battle at the end of the Victory Road, but Wally... The rivals in Hoenn are not my least favorite, but I always felt like in the base games, like, the remakes did them a lot more justice, but in OG RSE, they just were meh. Like, trying not to spoil shit, in the original Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, you never fought either Bray or Brendan or May. No, I said Bray. Brendan or May with their fully evolved Pokemon, and that sucked. I always didn't like that. And then there was Wally, who's they tried to make threatening, but he was really just kind of shit. He never really posed a challenge. You fought him like twice throughout the entire journey. I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time I play through one of the Hoenn games, like back when I was a kid, I fucking forgot he existed until we got to Victory Road. I do not think we meet Wally again until we get to Victory Road. He's just kind of there, right? It's like, you made this big deal of him, like early on, him and Brendan, like, oh, you should go meet my kid. By the way, these are supposed to be black glasses, but randomized, so we get a shitty, worthless item. and he just goes away and said, we get an item over here. But they made such a big deal, like, oh, this is my kid Brendan, he's a trainer before you, and this is Wally who's just starting out. Firestone, which would have been neat, but we don't really have anything to use on. We already have a fire type, so that doesn't really help us at all. But I always felt like the rivals in the Hoenn games were missed opportunities more than anything. Again, they're not my least favorite rivals. Those still go to the X and Y, like Quartet. Those guys just are boring and bland and everything a rival should not be. They're not rivals. They're just friendly neighborhood fucking kids that you just happen to run into. I love Dustox and Beautifly's designs, by the way. They did them so much justice. Heatwave! Here we go. We finally got rid of Covet. I was like, we're going to keep Crush Claw. It does a lot more damage. And we're going to keep Fire Punch just for the 100% accuracy. Again, Beautifly is so beautiful. Well, I guess that's its namesake. Here I look at the team and I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I looked over at Watson's levels and I'm like, we could probably take him. And it went all sorts of well, as you can tell. Over here we have the Rock Smash guy's house. This is just where you get the HM for Rock Smash. We can't use it until we beat Watson, so we're going to go probably beat Watson next. This episode, actually no, we probably are almost done. This episode's already like 31 minutes long. So we're probably going to end up soon, or be ending soon. So yeah, it is probably next episode that we get our new teammate. I'm not going to spoil what it is. It's really cute. I really like it. It's a Pokemon I love, and probably a Pokemon we'll end up having show up throughout the series, because it's an iconic Pokemon, and it is what it is. I'm not gonna spoil anything else. Like, that's already giving a big enough hint. Not that y'all care. So, let's see. I can't scroll to see if anything, like how much further we have in the episode. Are we gonna go fight Watson? Nope, this is the end of the episode. Well, I'll see you guys for episode 7. Again, I apologize for the post commentary, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!